Perfect start, perfect dart, perfect finish from Fallon Sherrock to get a break of throw. Will Fallon follow in her footsteps?
Double 16.
Yeah, that's game short.
This is looking good, isn't it?
Fallon Sherrock.
One single, one double.
Yeah, that's game short.
Shane survives.
Shane McGuirk.
Try and put things right, though. 10. Not the favourite double of many, if any, darts player. But she hits.
And a match.
And she wins. Fallon Sherrock, the first to pick up points in Group B tonight. Shane McGuirk, the favourite to win the group before a dart was thrown, is beaten in his opening match. And the standard was excellent. 92 average for him, 94.32 for her.
With Jeff Smith as well. We do have a lot of Canadian friends, Ted and I. Very good friends with Dawson Marshall. Went to his wedding.
You require 76.
Showed me the pictures. My word.
Awesome Dawson. Well, that was awesome from Evetts. But it's Howson looking at tops, which he hits, and this is what he does.
Richie Howson.
It's only 6. Only one more needed for Richie.
And he gets it done.
Richie Howson.
It's a fantastic start for Richie Howson, who's deadly doubling. Spelt the end for Evetts in that game. A 4-1 win for the Owl, who took out 76 to win it. 4 out of 7 on the double. McGuirk here. For Shane, who was made favourite for this group and was on the wrong end of some tidy finishes from Fallon Sherrock in his first match. She took out a ton topper against him, and now Ross Montgomery has done the same with that 140. Almost too accurate. Shane McGuirk hasn't been accurate enough, and that was only just in the single, but that is where he wanted it. He's not happy with how he won that leg.
Game short and a match.
And he will hit it, and he has hit it, and he's hit Shane McGuirk hard. Because he now has to bounce back from 2 defeats from 2 tonight. Ross Montgomery off to a winning start. The boss is the best in that battle.
It's going to be conventional. Well, we thought it was. Still worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that's game short.
Because she takes leg 2.
Fallon Sherrock.
Well, plenty in hand here, Howson. All Fallon can do is hit and hope. That's the hit.
Richie, you require 20.
Here comes the hope. Well, how many doubles is he going to hit in this leg?
3.
Game shot in the forward leg. Richie Howson.
Who gets to 4 points first?
Game shot
and he is.
And a match. Richie Howson.
It's a 4-2 win for Richie Howson. The Owl is flying high here at the Super Series. He doubles up with victories, having beaten Ted Evetts earlier on. He then does for Fallon Sherrock.
As if Evetts needs to get a win, because if he doesn't, there are going to be 2 players on 4 points and 2 on nothing. That is great. Very protective of his throw.
2 10s.
Yeah, that's game shot in the forward leg. Ross Montgomery.
And Ross levels up at 2-2. Right, come on then, Mr. Nicholson. Spill those beans.
Okay, so the venue was Coventry. It was a Pro Tour event in 2009, and it was the first time I'd ever played this gentleman in a ranked match. And when you go to one of the Players' Championship events, or the UK Open qualifiers, back at that point, there was no exclusion zone.
64.
And people would try and restrict the amount of room you've got to get to your position on the hockey. So let's say this player has just won the leg, but I'm throwing first next. This
41.
person stood within 18 inches of the hockey. And I had to go past them and then ask them to retreat, but they wouldn't. And it was very, very uncomfortable.
100.
And the name?
Peter Manley.
There we go.
Absolutely done on purpose. But there was one occasion where someone was constantly, when they were coming back from the board, brushing my right arm. It happened every time in the first 10 legs. And come leg 11, I'd had enough. So I took a minute break and I made him wait. And when I won that game 6-5, he knew exactly how I felt.
56.
Is that one staying secret, or are you going to reveal that as well?
I'll name and shame that person. Someone I genuinely do not like. Darren Weaver. Above 150.
Oh, that is absolutely perfectly pitched. He was never going to miss that second treble. And he lands a double as well to level the match. What a shot from Ross Montgomery. Having hit to stay in the match and then missed for the match. Double 18 again. Good guide. Can make use of that marker.
No score.
Just thought the second one just landed in an awkward angle.
I think he was trying to hit the flight and nestle it in. And he missed the flight completely.
Double 9. In.
Game shots.
And Ted Evetts does, in the end, get the win. The big finish, that whopping 156, availed nothing for Ross Montgomery in the end. And Evetts, who hit a 108 himself in that game, picks up the points. His first victory.
You sensed that 2-1 was imminent, and it was.
McGuirk.
All night long.
And
this is not a Lionel Richie track.
Richie Howson.
He's missed one.
Game shots.
But he does win for the first time. And McGuirk is off the mark. The favourite to win the group, having lost his first 2 games, finally picks up points. And that means that everybody in this group now has points next to their name. Richie Howson actually did the opposite to what he did in his first match tonight.
Maybe not anymore. You've got to go 42 now.
Well, he hits it. And he hits top. Ted Evetts bails himself out brilliantly there. Can Fallon Sherrock respond to losing that first leg with a 3-figure finish? Tricky.
Is that in? It is.
Fantastic dart from Fallon Sherrock. Fantastic finish from Fallon Sherrock. The first dart made it difficult, but she found a way.
It just so happens that he's doing it against the Queen of the Palace, who's playing some decent stuff. This is a 92 average after 4 legs. At least that one's low, and it's not going to be in the way of double 8.
That's game short in a 6 leg.
And we are going the distance again. At least that one's low, and it's not going to be in the way of double 8.
That's game short in a 6 leg.
And we are going the distance again. Of the week. Fallon can do no more than to leave double 11.
58.
But she will get a go at it.
22.
She's done it again. She's beat him again. Fallon Sherrock, for the 3rd time this week, gets the better of Ted Evetts in a last leg decider. And that could prove to be a big win when all is said and done in this.
Ah, the old 45-36 trick.
That's game short in the
or
first
you can do the
leg.
45 and 18 twice trick, which is what.
Great dart. Double 16 is the decision.
That's game
that's
short
why
in the second leg.
Richie Howson
does stutter here. Richie is in position. This is no gimme.
That's game short in the fourth
How?
leg.
How?
Montgomery.
Look at him in the background. He's crestfallen. Is he about to pay the ultimate price?
I think he's crestfallen because he knows that he didn't take care with that dart.
Yeah, that's
and he
game
has
short in the
been
fifth
punished
flag.
to the hilt.
Ross Montgomery.
And he would think he's got plenty of time to seal this. It'll be interesting to see whether he goes 20 ball here. Well, he gets better than that. Double
Game
five.
shot and a
Howson
match. Richie
makes
Howson.
amends for the mess from the previous leg and carries on. What's been a fantastic night for him. He ends his evening on a high. Only one defeat for Richie Howson, and that came in a last leg decider. So almost a perfect night for him. He wins 4-2 in the end.
For 2-0. He could do it in 24 darts.
Yeah, that's
25 will do.
Second leg. That's Evetts.
10 darter, 15 darter.
It wasn't to win the leg, and Ted Evetts could win the match. Hadn't shown many signs of this.
Game short and a match.
It came out of
Ted
nowhere,
Evetts.
but it was out of this world from Ted Evetts, who defeats McGuirk 4-0 with a stunning showing. A match which ended in an average of 111.33. Absolutely brilliant stuff. The best we've seen all week. 4 out of 6 on the doubles for Evetts.
For me, one of the hardest shots on the board. I was saying? One of the hardest shots on the board? Nah.
That's game short in the first
Apparently
leg.
not.
Ross Montgomery.
I stand by it, though.
94.
Fallon's forced herself
Fallon
into this
getting
position.
quiet.
She's missed the
10.
match start already. Montgomery waiting. Big moment.
Game short and
Big
a match.
darts.
Fallon Sherrock.
Big win for Fallon Sherrock, who ends her evening with victory over Ross Montgomery. She is the boss in this one, and she's looking in a very good position to make it through to finals night and potentially make it 2 female weekly winners on the spin.